Hey everyone, it's Coach Christine and welcome to this week's edition of Christine's Kitchen. So, I know that a lot of us have been staying inside for the past few weeks, and as our stay-at-home shelter continues, we're gonna have to get creative in the kitchen. So I went through my cabinets and my freezer and I found some ingredients that I had. I don't know the last time I made jumbo pasta shells, but I had a box sitting in the cabinet, so you know what? This week we are gonna do stuffed shells. The ingredients that we're going to be using are going to be the jumbo stuffed shells, some spinach. I'm using some meat crumbles that are vegetarian. We'll be using some seasoning and garlic. And I'm putting together a sauce with tofu and pesto for a garlic cream sauce. Now you can use a jar of sauce for you. Again, you got to get creative with whatever is in your house. But I will show as we're going through the recipes of how I'm doing it all. So you can pause at any point on the video if you want to be like, okay, this is the amount of ingredients, pause, put it in, continue to cook. You'll have those options. I'm also going to be including simple swaps. So if you're not a vegetarian like I am, I'll be putting the nutrition values for like ground beef versus lean ground turkey versus a veggie meat. You can choose which simple swaps you want to make it work for your life. But today we are going to be making spinach and sausage stuffed pasta shells with a garlic cream sauce. All right, let's go ahead and get started. So to save a little bit of time, I've gone ahead and pre-measured everything out for us. First thing we have is going to be our pasta shells. Now I'm cooking just for two, and let's call it what it is. Nobody just eats a single serving of pasta. It's true. So I have 4 servings of pasta measured in here. Each serving is actually 7 shells, so we've got 27 shells. We have our seasoning mix. Now you can come and take a look here. The seasoning is literally a half of a teaspoon of oregano, a half of a teaspoon of basil, a half of a teaspoon, I use Johnny's garlic spread, and a little bit of salt and pepper to taste. We have 3 cloves of garlic chopped. This is going to be my meat crumbles. So this is 2 cups measured if you're doing it from the meat crumbles. If you're looking for the equivalent, it's the equivalent of 8 ounces of lean ground beef or lean ground turkey. And then I have 2 cups of spinach chopped. So the first thing we need to do is get our pasta into the pan of boiling water. So let's come on over here. I've got the water boiling already. We're just gonna put the pasta in. And we wanna let this cook for about 10 minutes. So we'll set the timer so that we know exactly how long it's been. Next thing we do is we want to go ahead and cook up our spinach, our meat, and our garlic together. So this is going to be the filling for our beautiful pasta shells. So the pan is already heated at a medium heat. Add a little bit of vegetable spray, and we're just going to take our meat crumbles, listen to them sizzle as you put it in. It's just a fabulous, beautiful sound. So we're just going to get this stirred up a little bit just to start to cook the edges of it. And then I'm going to go ahead and just add in my garlic to cook in with it, because we need to create this to make more of an Italian seasoned meat. Now you can buy Italian seasoned lean ground turkey. There are Italian seasoned veggie meats that are out there. I'm doing mine from scratch, so we're adding the garlic. We're adding in our seasoning mix here, just tossing it in. And we're gonna add in the spinach. Now I took the spinach and I pre-thawed it. There is a little bit of water in here, and it's gonna add some moisture in to our dish. So this is gonna be fantastic. Set your bowls out of the way, and then you're just gonna fold the spinach and the garlic into the seasonings. This is beautiful. Take a look at that. So simple, so easy. Absolutely anyone can do this. Typically this takes about 5 or 6 minutes, so you're just gonna cook this until it's warmed together and your spinach is fully thawed, and we'll be ready to stuff the shells in no time. Okay, so it's been 10 minutes. We are gonna take our pasta. If the handles on your pan are hot, please grab a pot holder. Mine tend to be okay to hold on to. So you're gonna come over, bring it into the sink. I already have a colander in here, and I'm just gonna dump the water right out. Be very careful of the steam. Make sure all of your noodles are out. You don't want any of those beauties to stick to the bottom. Get those out. Now we're just dumping the water. You do not want to rinse it. The whole thing when you're looking at the water is if you rinse off this, you're taking the starch that's off of the noodles and the sauce isn't going to stick. So I'm gonna grab my bowl here and I'm just gonna take my shells and put it in here. That way they are ready to go. My meat is already cooked, so we're just gonna bring this over as well. And we will be ready to start. So take a 9x13 or whatever size baking dish that you have. Your oven should be preheated to 400. I'm gonna spray my pan so that this doesn't stick. First things first, you grab one of your beautiful little noodles here and grab my spoon back. And we're gonna take just a little bit of this. You can come on in, take a look, don't be shy. We're gonna take this beautiful noodle, add a little love inside. There we go, and just set that over. We're gonna fill all of these. You may wanna let your noodles cool for a couple of minutes before you stuff them. They do get a little bit hot. So you can play around with whatever size shell you wanna use. Fun fact, did you know that there are over 600 types and shapes of pasta made worldwide? That's a lot of shapes. I don't even know if I can identify 600 shapes, much less come up with pasta noodles for all of them. The other thing that I think is pretty outstanding is that the average Italian actually consumes, get this, 51 pounds of pasta per person per year. I mean, we live in a world that talks about low carb and everyone wanting to be on a keto or whatever fancy diet. I don't know a ton of, obese Italians. So really, I think the key to this is being active and know you can eat carbs too, because that's a lot of carbs consumed. Okay, so my shells are all stuffed. They look absolutely incredible. It is time to take our sauce and drizzle this over the top. So I made this beautiful pesto cream sauce. Beautiful is like the word of the day. Everything is just beautiful. So I made this. Basically, I took a container of silken tofu, a couple of tablespoons of pesto, I threw it in my blender, I mixed it up, voila, I have a sauce. Honestly, like I said earlier, feel free to grab a jar of sauce, whatever you like. I just wanted to have this like garlic pesto, yum. So we're just gonna take this and drizzle it over the top of each of these shells, really covering them up. Just fill the pasta in here. And then once everything is covered and we have all of the sauce on, any extra, once you get a little bit on each shell, you're just gonna pour over the top of everything. So once this is all together, we're gonna put it in the oven and bake it at 400 for 30 minutes. And you are going to have an Italian masterpiece for dinner. Who knew it could be so easy in the kitchen? See you in 30. All right, it's been a half hour. Let's take a look. Come on over, turn the oven off, put your pot holders on because safety first. And we are gonna reach in, put this over here. This looks amazing. I'm very, very excited to be able to plate this up. Now we wanna let this set for about 2 minutes just so that it can cool and the sauces can all just meld together. This is 2 portions here. Again, if you wanna make this for a family of 4 or anything like that, just the recipe is gonna be included in just a couple of seconds here at the end of the video. So you can just double the recipe if you want it for 4 people. Please stay tuned for next week. We have a special edition coming for Easter Sunday, and we look forward to sharing this meal with everyone later. Have a great day. Thanks for watching.